Jolan Trund, welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy and welcome to another episode of our little A to Z officer series, and in this case with my favorite original series officer. In this case it's another rare one, and it is the original series Montgomery Scott or Scotty, and he indeed is my favorite of that crew. But first of all, we have a look at the stats. As usual, he's class engineering, of course. That's why you need engineering badges to upgrade him. He's from the group, the original series Enterprise crew. That means if he's captain, he can get synergy from others of that crew, or he can give synergy to a captain of that crew if he's on the bridge as well. And he's from the faction Federation, which means you need Federation faction credits to upgrade him. And if you do not know the original series, and I heard that might happen, there is an explanation text about Scotty here in the info box. There's always one about an officer. For those from the series and movies, they're usually longer, others are shorter, but there's definitely one. If you do not know Scotty, you have to read that. And his captain maneuver, and we know him as Captain Scott from the Next Generation and not from the original series, but he does have a captain maneuver, and that's my favorite one, because he was already part of my video about warp range, and a garbage skull is the reason why I really like him. The original series Scotty increases the warp range of explorers by 4. Scopely changed things around a bit this year when they introduced some new stuff. But at the time when I was really fighting with warp range and trying to get to places in deep space where I urgently needed to go, Scotty was coming to my rescue, because he's only one of 3 officers in this game that extend the warp range. His downside is that he only does this for explorers, but that's once again the thing with the Enterprise, and the original series crew is made for the Enterprise, so to speak, tailor-made for the Enterprise. But I just chose my explorers at the time when I needed that to go out there. And that was really, really helpful and really, really wonderful. Combined with the other 2 warp range officers, it was bringing me to places, to complete missions and stuff like that. He lost, of course, like the 2 others, a little bit with importance since they introduced the NX-01. I mean, the Titan had a good warp range, and I, for missions, then combined Scotty and the others with the Titan, for example. Then the Voyager came and also had a very good warp range. And in the end, then we had the NX-01, where you kind of can get everywhere when you upgrade the NX-01 and do upgrade the favors for the NX-01, then you can literally get everywhere. So they lost little bit of importance, but he was so helpful for me at the time that I will not just drop him now. I'll still tell you he is my favorite original series officer because of that. But of course, despite this very, very helpful captain maneuver, he does have an officer ability, and that's shield launch on time. TOS Scotty increases the repair cost efficiency of the ship by 30%. That is something that might be important for lower level players, because at that time you might have the issue of missing speed ups. If you don't want to spend money on the game, you won't have so much latinum that you can do repairs with latinum all the time, and then you want to keep the repairs a bit lower. So Scotty might be an option at this point. The problem with Scotty is that if you're as unlucky as me, you will not have him that early in the game when you seriously would need this ability, and that's why I never used it, because I always had the problem with getting Scotty. This recruiting is always a game of fortune, and I was very unfortunate with Scotty, but I had him when I needed him for the warp range part. But still, you can also use him for away team assignments. As a rare officer, he's got 2 of them. One is engineer and one is genius. Engineers, we've got loads in this game, so that's why I didn't upgrade him too much here. The genius part is a bit more interesting, but I do have a few others there as well. So at the moment, Scotty is still my reserve for warp range stuff if I ever need that again, because that combo crew is still a warp range miracle, so to speak. But I was talking about getting him and my issues because he is not in so many of those recruit parts. He's in one more than McCoy, so McCoy is even harder. But Scotty is at least in what I always call the overcrowded recruit section, the ultra recruit. You can find him somewhere among all those rare officers here. And there he is. And there he is with the rest of the original series crew. But I was not very lucky with the pulls here to get him. I needed ages. I don't know what level I was, but it was close to unlock deep space before I finally got Scotty. But that's why I said that was when I needed him and his warp range. But he's also in another recruit section I don't use, except when I get some of the tokens from missions. But that's another reason why I didn't get Scotty so early. I was not willing to pay so many faction credits to do that. Here he is in the Federation Elite Recruit section as well. And so there's another option. And the third one is one where you find the other original series officers as well that we don't see at the moment. That's when the Crucible of War event is on. Then, depending on your level, you see 1 or 2 recruit sections here for that event as well. And TOS Scotty is in there too. So there's another chance of getting him if you are luckier than me. So my pulls were not amazing. And as you can see, I still don't have so many shards. And I'm playing on this server for more than 2 years now. And I'm still quite low on the original series officer shards, except for Spock. I did him via the transporter pattern, so I didn't have him at all. And then the transporter patterns fortunately came in. But nevertheless, if you want to tell me about your experiences with Scotty, especially if you were lucky to have him early, so early that you could use his officer ability, please let us know how helpful he was in that case. And if you want to do that, you can do that here in the comments under the videos or on Discord. If you're not on Discord yet, have a look in the pinned comments under my videos. I pin them as soon as I can after publishing this video. And then you see how you can access my Discord. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.